Okay, good morning. I'm on the missile range, the White Sands Missile Range, active military base. I have no idea where we're gonna go hopping across this. I don't know where the entry is for the museum, so we're gonna just walk through their planter of rocks. I've already walked at least a good half mile. But anyway, all right, so here's where I'm at, and we're gonna go look at all of them. And someone is calling me. I wonder who's calling me. I have no idea. Okay, it looks like a Colorado number. All right, here we go. Wouldn't it just be a hoot to fly one of these? Of course, I'm in a constant need for speed. Got the RV up to 75 yesterday. That was pretty fun. Whoops. All right, so this is a F4 Phantom. Now we'll get up close so you guys can pause the playback and you can read that. Well, I can't read that. Okay. Supersonic QF4 is a reusable full-scale remotely piloted, wow, aerial target modified from the F4 Phantom out of Florida and the Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico. Remotely controlled target. Huh. First flown in May of '58. Nearly what, 60 years old? Huh. Well, you can pause that and read that there. Interesting. All right. So there you go. Huh. Here's the tower. All right, this cab was part of the tower at White Sands Space Harbor, which controlled the landing of the orbiter. It was given to the White Sands Missile Range by NASA in 2012. On March 30th, 1982, Space Shuttle Columbia landed at WSMR at the conclusion of STS-3. I will also say I'm out here getting this stuff, not only for me, but my mom. My mom used to work for Aerospace Corporation, and she's told me countless times that she can't tell me stuff, otherwise she'd have to kill me. So we don't talk about that kind of stuff, clearly. But yeah, she has security clearance and military and all sorts of fun and exciting stuff that she worked on. All right. Well, we're not going to read that board, are we now? Nope. Not going to do that. I can't really make out what it says. Okay, well, that was fun. This is a helicopter, clearly. Look at the engine on that thing. Sheesh. And the blades. Wow. Huh. We got a missile launcher here. about 10:30 right now, and it's already stinking warm out here. Go figure. Oh, I found the entrance. Now that I walked through the rock garden. All the... got some tiles, some pavers down here. Wow. Yeah, definitely put down the jacks, because when this thing goes off, it bounces and it does all sorts of other things. There's your launch control. There you go. Can only imagine how much those tires cost. All right, let's go see if this sign works. Yep, this sign is good. All right, Pershing 2. All right, so there we go. You can pause that there. All right, Pershing 2 is a two-stage improved version of Pershing 1. It utilized a maneuverable reentry vehicle and radar area correlation guidance. By comparing the oncoming target with stored images, the missile's accuracy was greatly improved. After detonating, the warhead destroyed the target by airburst or earth penetration. Re-entry vehicles could penetrate the ground to a depth of 100 feet before exploding. Wow. That'll do it. Let's see if I can zoom in here. 1125 miles. First fired in 1982. Huh. Alright, I should have brought my visor. Huh, I did not do that. Silly me. Okay, oh, here's the Patriot missile. And the board. Patriot is a long-range, all-altitude, all-weather surface-to-air missile designed to replace the Nike Hercules and improved Hawk. The entire Patriot system is the U.S. Army's most advanced air defense system. It is the only operational air defense system that can detect, target, and shoot down attacking missiles or incoming aircraft. Yeah, I remember. Oh, it first fired in 1970. It's warm out here. I like that right there. If it flies, it dies. Scud Buster, first to fire. Yeah, there you go. Antenna up there. If it flies, it dies. It's probably also Raid Insecticide's motto. Arrow be high. Little missile. Probably sure it does a good amount of damage though. Alright, Igor. Intercept ground optical recorder. Okay, so that's Igor right there. Suppose I could get off on here. Intercept ground optical recorder, the Igor. Okay, so Igor is a tracking telescope designed to provide photographic records of missile performance such as altitude, intercept, miss distance, and other events data. With this long focal length lens, the Igor could photograph missiles up to 100 miles away. All right, so I'll let you read this. You can tell the wind and the weather and sand sure does a number out here. I'll put a link up to the Yuma Proving Ground too, where I went last March 31st, 2024, which was actually Easter. Fat Man bomb casing. Alright. After the first plutonium bomb was tested at Trinity Site, the next available weapon was the completed Little Boy, dropped on Hiroshima, Japan on the morning of August 6, 1945. Little Boy was the first nuclear weapon used in warfare. Interesting. All right, and this is not where you want to be standing behind one of those things. All right, Hermes A1. The development of the 25-foot tall Hermes A1 rocket was begun by General Electric in 1946. Constructed mostly of steel, it was an American version of the German Wasserfall anti-aircraft missile. The Wasserfall was about half the size of the German V-2 and was designed during the war but never built. Hermes A-1 had a major difference from the Wasserfall. The Peenemünde nitric acid Vissel fueled engine was replaced by a General Electric pressure-fed 13,500-pound thrust liquid oxygen alcohol-fueled engine. Beginning in 1947, the engine of the A-1 was tested at General Electric's Malta test station in New York. The GE engine had a unique fuel injector which had great influence on future engine development in the USA. Combustion instability problems delayed engine development, and I'll let you guys pause and read the rest of that there. Okay. Here's the Igor again, the other side of it. Talk about, yeah, definitely bolting it in. It's got the film reels on top. That's pretty cool. Got some radar right there. Alright, so we got tracking telescopes. Alright, so tracking telescopes at the White Sands Missile Range. Let's read that. Early missile flight researchers and engineers focused on two main questions during the formative decades of rocket and missile development at WSMR. White Sands Missile Range, WSMR. Where to go and what's it doing? I'll let you read all that there. Pretty cool. Yeah. If you let it go somewhere, you gotta know where it's going. Better yet, what it's doing. Here's another sign to pause. The instrument seen here is one of the early tracking telescopes that supported operations at WSMR during the height of the Cold War. Designed by the engineers at the Army's Ballistics Research Laboratory in Maryland using direct input from Clyde Tombaugh, the T4 filmed missile and rocket test flights. I got a bug on my eyeball there. Some at an altitude of at least 100 miles and flying at speeds in excess of 3,000 miles per hour at intense magnification on a high-speed camera. The recordings would make apparent small and subtle visual details not captured electronically to inform analysts of rocket behavior and performance. Whew. In a tree. I think I should go stand under it for a while. Oh yeah, this is nice. Pine cones. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've seen pine cones. Haven't been in a forest in a while. Well, I was in a cactus forest, but they don't have pine cones. All right. Nice under here. Wonder what this is hiding behind the tree. Oh, bleachers. Don't you know these are for when they would invite the media in and such for missile tests and such. And if I can figure out how to get the dash camera footage successfully transferred over, you'll see signs I was driving by saying that, there you go. Let's see, it must be a camera mount with the handlebars here. Yeah. Anyway, all over here is undetonated things that go boom. And they're like, if you find something, you know, if you're stupid enough to be out there and you find something, don't touch it and call the military police, which is, I want to say I'm in 520 right now, so 520-678-1234. All right, multiple launch rocket system right there. Here's the board. You can pause. First fired in 1977. Let's go check this thing out here. Uh-oh, this board just fell over. Well, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I want everyone to know that. All right. Cinetheodolite. All right, let me get a little closer. Contraves electro-optical tracking system. Well, there are stairs. But we're just gonna, my knees are like, nope, not doing those today. And this, rocket launcher there. Or we'll come over here and, there we go. There you go. Again, not the greatest. Not rocket launcher, missile launcher, but not the greatest. It's been weathered. All right, well, let's keep going. Definitely not the place you want to stay or stand. You would not want to see one of these coming at you. That would be bad. You don't want to be on the other end. Matter of fact, you probably don't want to be anywhere near it. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you can pause and read this. Oh, I'm kidding. Yeah. Now my stomach's like, hey, we're hungry. It's been up for how long? I try to sit there and eat breakfast, and I'm not a breakfast person. So now my stomach's like, hey, why don't we eat something? It's like, well, it's not going to happen. Not right now. All right. HIMARS mock-up display vehicle. Oops. There you go. Oh, look. You can buy this at Target. You can go in for toilet paper and a little, looks like, well, it's a missile, that much I know. Self-guided missile. It's got the wings on it. Let's see what it is here. Oh, it's a radio plane. Oh, it's not a missile. It's a radio-controlled target drone. See, this is why no one should listen to me. Or if you do listen to me, just know that it's partly BS, partly hypothetical, maybe true, but most likely not. Anyhow. All right. It was a subscale radio-controlled target drone used in test surface to air and air-to-air weapons at White Sands. It provided air defense personnel with experience in firing at a real target. There you go. Well, that's just cute, isn't it? Oh, you know what you do? You put a saddle on it and a good seatbelt. And then there you go. Again, a little Need for Speed. Oh, this one's even cuter. Although I don't think it would. I mean, of course, it's going fast enough that a person could be strapped onto it, but I bet it would roll. Those wings might hold it, although you're probably still going to roll. So again, have a good seatbelt on. Ooh, okay. A howitzer. Not much on this board. Probably because it's still in use, maybe? This towed 155 millimeter howitzer was used once in testing the Copperhead at the small missile range. The Copperhead was a laser-guided projectile capable of blasting a hole in tank armor. The M198 was a simple, lightweight towed system which was air transportable and very reliable. U.S. Army, 19 miles with rocket-assisted projectiles, 2 rounds per minute, maximum rate of fire 4 rounds per minute. This is definitely one that jumps back at you when it goes off. So, lots of bolting to things are definitely heavy. Alright, so see, I told you it would roll. It's called a Roland. First firing, 1975. Only 145 pounds. I say that now. Of course, if you put it on the ground, I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is so heavy. We got a radar dish. Or a bathtub for the birds. Oops. And another tree I could stand under. There we go. Vertical. I don't even know if you're seeing that. Yeah. Power indicator, overload indicator, motors, standby, reset, motors, power. Okay, we're gonna go stand under a tree for a moment. I bet my mom would know what a lot of these are. She'd be like, yep. Yep. I hear mourning doves. All right, another something you don't want to stand in front of. Uh-huh. Now let's go first see this one. SAGME stands for Surface Attack Guided Missile. Purpose of attacking ground targets. First flight occurred in 1972. You know, it's interesting. Beechcraft. That obviously people more involved in history and war and all that kind of stuff are. It's something I don't really, I guess, think about a lot, but a lot of stuff was developed, you know, after World War I and World War II, and especially since the Americans got their hands on German and engineering after the fall of, I'm going to say, Yazis, because I don't need YouTube taking down this video. Yeah, but interesting. Now I bet I could lift this. Watch, it's like a surprise 400 pounds. All right, tow missile is 42 pounds. I could handle this. Isn't that just cute? Okay. Is the main heavy anti-tank guided missile of the U.S. Army and U.S. Marine Corps. Spools of wire are unraveled from its tail, giving the missile its name. TOW is an acronym for Tube Launched Optically Tracked Wire Guided Missile. First firing in 1967. It's just crazy. Yeah. So, almost 60 years old. Short range attack missile. First firing in 1969. Propellant to solid. Weight 2,225 pounds. Diameter 17 inches. Length 14 feet. Alright, this is a megahertz helix antenna, Doppler velocity and position, DOVAP, reference transmitter antenna. I'll get down on here so you can see it there. Was extremely accurate and where is it? It could place a rocket's position at 100 miles up within 50 feet. It could collect data at the extreme altitudes of 100 to 300 miles. Disadvantage was that it took 3 to 4 weeks to reduce the data. Yeah, that is a disadvantage. Yeah. The world is carrying on while the people in the data center are still trying to parse through the footage and the data. All right. Oh, look, another board that has seen its better days. Yeah, see? Right there, that MK5 guided missile launch. Oh, that's Yucca. Never mind. I'm kidding. There you go. I should. You see what I see? I see a bench under a tree. I'm gonna go sit on the bench underneath the tree. It's like it was just waiting for me. Little kids would have fun crawling up and looking in there. I am not a little kid, and my knees are like, nope, we're not gonna look. Use your imagination.